Hi, Pinewood Pride. This is Dr. Brown, and I wanted to do a read aloud to kind of kick off our summer reading. I know it feels like we've been doing summer reading for a while because of the remote learning, but we have a great Jenison Library reading program that I have attached to a blog post, which will be linked. And we have the Georgetown Public Library, which if you haven't been there, it is totally updated and they are opening it slowly. So I am going to do a read aloud today to kind of be a kickoff for that. And because it's summer, this is called Freedom Summer. Sorry, I'm trying to get it so the light doesn't go on it. And Freedom Summer is written by Deborah Wiles, and it's illustrated by Jerome Lagarrigue. I think I'm pronouncing that wrong. And it's an award-winning book, as you can see there on the front. So, Freedom Summer. There's some beautiful pictures, but I've got to be able to see to read it. So I'm going to show you the picture. I'm going to try to read here. It says, John Henry Waddle is my best friend. His mama works for my mama. Her name is Annie Mae. Every morning at 8 o'clock, Annie Mae steps off the county bus and walks up the long hill to my house. If it's summer, John Henry is stepping it right beside her. We like to help Annie Mae. We shell butter beans, we sweep the front porch, we let the cat in, then chase the cats out of the house until Annie Mae says, shoo, enough of you two, go play. We shoot marbles in the dirt until we're too hot to be alive. Then we yell, last one is a rotten egg, and we run straight for Fiddler's Creek. John Henry swims better than anybody I know. He crawls like a catfish, blows bubbles like a swamp monster, and he doesn't swim in the town pool with me because he's not allowed. So we dam the creek with rocks and sticks to make a swimming spot, then holler and jump in wearing only our skin. John Henry's skin is the color of brown butter. He smells like pine needles after a good rain. My skin is the color of pale moths that dance around the porch light at night. John Henry says I smell like a just-washed sock. That means war, I shout. We churn the water into a white hurricane and laugh until our sides hurt. Then we float on our backs and spout like whales. I'm going to be a fireman when I grow up, I say. Me too, says John Henry. I have 2 nickels for ice pops, so we put our clothes on and walk to town. John Henry doesn't come through the front door of Mr. Mason's general store. He's not allowed. How are you doing, young Joe? Asks Mr. Mason. He winks and says, you going to eat these all by yourself? My heart does a quick beat. I've got one for a friend, I say, and I scoot out the door. Yes, sir. It's mighty hot out there, Mr. Mason calls after me. I love ice pops, says John Henry. Me too, I say. Annie Mae makes dinner for my family every night. She creams the corn and rolls the biscuits. Daddy stirs iced tea and says the town pool opens tomorrow to everybody under the sun, no matter what color. That's the new law, Mama tells me. She helps my plate with peas and says it's the way it's going to be now, everybody together. Lunch counters, restrooms, drinking fountains too. I wiggle in my chair like a doodlebug. I got to be excused, I shout, and I run into the kitchen to tell John Henry. I'm going to swim in the town pool, he hollers. Is it deep? Real deep, I tell him, and the water's so clear. You can jump to the bottom and open your eyes and still see. Let's be the first ones there, says John Henry. I'll bring my good luck nickel and we can dive for it. Next morning, as soon as the sun peaks in the sky, here comes my best friend, John Henry Waddle. Running to meet me. Let's go, he yells. I got my nickel. I run tight with him, all the way to the town swimming pool. We race each other over the last hill, and we stop. County dump trucks are here. They grind and back up to the empty pool. Workers rake steaming asphalt into the hole where sparkling water used to be. One of them is John Henry's big brother, Will Rogers. We start to call to him what happened, but he sees us first and points back on down the road and says, get home. But our feet feel stuck. We can't budge. So we hunker in the tall weeds and watch all morning until the pool is filled with hot, spongy tar. Smoky steam rises in the air. Workers tie planks to their shoes and stomp on the blacktop to make it smooth. Will Rogers heaves his shovel into the back of an empty truck and climbs up with the other workers. His face is like a storm cloud, and I know his job has made him angry. Let's go, a boss man shouts, and the truck rumbles and slams down the road. It's quiet now. We can hear the breeze whisper through the grass. We sit on the diving board. We stare at the top of the silver ladder sticking up from the tar. My heart beats hard in my chest. John Henry's voice shakes. White folks don't want colored folk in their pool. You're wrong, John Henry, I say, but I know he's actually right. Let's go to Fiddler's Creek, I say. I don't want to swim in this old pool anyways. John Henry's eyes fill up with angry tears. I did, he says. I wanted to swim in this pool. I want to do everything you can do. I don't know what to say as we walk back to town. My head starts to pop with new ideas. I want to go to the dairy dip with John Henry. I want to sit down and share root beer floats. I want us to go to the picture show, buy popcorn, and watch movies together. I want to see this town through John Henry's eyes. We stop in front of Mr. Mason's store. I jam my hands in my pockets while my mind searches for words to put in my new ideas. My finger closes around 2 nickels. You want to get an ice pop? John Henry wipes his eyes and takes a breath. I want to pick it out myself. I swallow hard, and my heart says yes. Let's do that, I say. I give John Henry one of my nickels. He shakes his head. I got my own. And we look at each other. Then we walk through the front door together. So this book is historical fiction, but it is based on real events from 1964 in a town in the South. So I thought this was a great way. It's about swimming. It's about the Freedom Summer, and this is an award-winning picture book. So I thought that was a great read aloud to start the summer. Look at the summer reading program. I'm hoping lots of you will sign up and do lots of reading at home. If you find a great book or have something to share, if you send it to me, I will share it on our Facebook page so I can send it out to the rest of our families. Have a great day, everybody.